Hi guys, so today we are going to discuss how to generate all sub array or list in a given list or array using a Python. So guys, it is a very interesting thing and I would recommend that every student should know about this thing. So it is not a complete problem. It is asked as, or you can say that it is used as a sub problem in the different problem. So now the question arises, what do you mean to say about this? So I mean to say a question can have this problem in a multiple form. Like question can say you that print or all sublist in a list, or question can raise a point, print all sub array in an array using a Python, or question can say to you find all the sub array in array. So these all the points are the same. There is no difference between them. So let's move forward to what does the sublist really in reality means. So let's start by taking one example. So let's assume there is a list that contain 1 2 3 and as an element. So if you get an code from somewhere on the internet, or you can also say that if you just copy down the freshly built code and you run it on your local system, then it will generate an output similar to this. Like it will contain an empty list and list with a single element, and list with a double element, and list with a triple element, or the list by its own. So don't worry, we will take one more example. So let's take one more example. This time we will add one more element, that is 4, to the list. So it will generate one new different combination while after the execution of a program. So now the question can arise in the different mind of the user that why not 1 and 3 is, why not 1 and 3 cases not being considered, or why 1 and 3 is not is there in the output section. So I would say that every combination is not a sublist, because sublist is a combination of consecutive element. For example, 1 and 2 is a consecutive, 2 and 3 is a consecutive, but 1 and 3 is not a consecutive element. So 1 and 3 is not considered. So we can find out one important statement, that every combination is not a sublist, or it is not compulsory that every combination will act as an sublist. So let's move forward. So now the question arises, how what will be our approach to solve this problem. So I would say this problem contains 5-step process. Basically it have a 4-step. 5-step is just not a necessary step. I will explain you down further. So let's start. So in the first step you have to loop over the list. Loop over the list, what does it means? So you have to iterate over the list till the end of the element. Okay, now I have understood, or I have a better understanding. So what we are going to do in the next step? So in the next step we are going to iterate over one more loop from I plus to the end. So it is a very interesting thing. So why you have considered I plus 1 to the end? Why not you have a start from the I? So I would say that it's just not about printing a single element. To sublist can have a multiple element also, like 1 and 2. So to consider that case, so we have to take care of the next element. So to generate an list of the multiple element, we have taken one more loop, and which that loop will start from I plus 1, or you can say that from the next position than the first loop. Okay, okay, no problem. So now we have considered out the condition for the position. So what operation we will be going to perform on the element? So we will be going to perform an slicing operation on a list in the third step. So third step will be totally focused on the slicing part. If you are seeing this video, I assume that you already know about what the slicing means. So slicing, if I have to give a brief description, then slicing means, let us assume there is a list L, and then by slicing, if you have to do a slicing on the list L, then you have to define an initial position of the element, and here you have to define a final position of the element. Okay, so after the third step, now we have a sublist, but we have to also store that sublist. So where we are going to store that sublist? So in the next step, that is step 4, we are going to store all the sublist into a one common list that will contain all the sublist. So as I have already told you fifth step is not necessary. It is just a testing step. If you want to test it out whether your code has printed a correct result or not, you can test it out. If but there can be a possibility that there would be no need to print it out. So now moving forward, there can be a question that how uh, we will going to implement this approach in using a Python. So let's start. So if you run this program, so now the question arises from where this program will run. So this program will start from line 21 from here. Then after that it will move forward to line 22, because in this line we have called generate sublist function, inside which we have input array list. So after that we are going from 22 to line second. So when we not line second, sorry, to the line fourth, because line second is just a comment, so it will not be considered. But in the line fourth, this function will get called, in which we have already put an array which is 1 2 3. After that it will move forward to line 6, but it is a comment, so it will not consider this. So after that it will move forward to the 7th line. So it is an interesting line. It contain a multiple bracket. What does it really mean? So it basically means that there is a list which contain an empty list inside it. But why have you already entered an empty list? Because empty list is also considered as sublist. So let's move forward into the code. So now there's a time for the first loop. This loop will iterate over the all element. Why I have added one element? Because in the for loop last element get left out. So to consider the last position also, I have added +1 to the length of the array. So now moving forward to the second loop. So this loop will add up the different element to the single list. So after looping, or after looping over the second loop, so how we are going to slice the array. So from this step we are going to slice out the array. I is initial position and j is final position. After that we will get a sub as a sublist, and then we will append into the sublist array. So first this loop, this whole loop will get completed. After that it will consider the second element of the for loop. Okay, so I think you are now cleared. In the final step it will be written down the sublist as a result. So what would be the output of this code? So output of the code, as I have already explained why I have not considered an 1 and 3 element. So thank you guys. So if you have any queries related to this program or any Python thing, so you can comment it here, but it can have a different thing. So you have to create one account on this, and then you can raise your queries here. I would like to solve out your queries related to this video. If you have any doubt without any much thinking about, just comment it out. And one more important thing, don't forget to subscribe our channel, because Freshly Built is a community for the student, and it is also developed by the student. So we are totally a student team, so please support us as a student. Thank you.